Thank you very much, and thank you for the short presentation. So I'm going to share my screen. Is it okay now? Yes?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, good. So when I prepared this presentation, I was thinking about how to present you some advantages of satellite imagery in our solutions. So I was thinking about how a solution can solve local problem, but also can be global. And also one of the main advantages of satellite imagery is to be scalable. It's because satellite imagery are homogeneous, continuous, and you can get the same kind of data anywhere. If you are like in a small city, I will talk to you later, is a city in France named Montpellier, but also in our country, like in France, and also in any other city in the world. So you can design one solution who can fit after many needs. So I will start at this. I will present you three different use cases at three different scales. So the first one is at the city scale. We worked for a city named Montpellier in the south of France, a mid-sized city, and we delivered to them three products: a kind of high-resolution vegetation data, a monitoring of their urban heat island, and also a mapping of what we used to say local climate zone. I will detail it a little bit later. First, we find out that a lot of cities need more precise information about their vegetation. Because we can see that most of the cities have some data who are not enough, I will not say reliable, but they are too much coarse, they are not have fine details. Today, cities want to have some information about the public domain, but also the private domain. And if you compare here these two first data, is some data you can see here at the national level in France for free, and here it's at the European scale for free for main mid-sized cities. You can see that you have not so much information about the vegetation of your city. You can have just some big part, but a lot of is missing, and especially in the private properties. So if you want to work in kind of climate modeling, if you want to know how much carbon your city can store, you need some much more fine information about the vegetation. That's why we develop some high-resolution data set to monitor precisely your vegetation. So this is a kind of a result we can get we provide to cities at the moment. And here is a kind of a more large view of the result. You can see you got all the information about trees in the public domain, private one. We can have individual. So what we also, so many cities ask us to provide is like, can we monitor the urban heat island of their cities? And we used to say to them, yes, we can in some it's not so easy to do it, but we have some satellite images who can provide some information about the surface temperature during the day and also during the night. And that's what we have here in all time on the city of Montpellier. And what is very interesting to see is the relationship between this temperature and also the land cover. And we can see that when you have individual houses with garden, you have lower temperatures than when you have some high-rise building. And this kind of information is very important for cities to have some real action, to take some decision about how we can put more green areas in specific districts. And that's what we can do after when we combine vegetation data, temperature information, and we can group kind of district where we have to put a priority to make the city, the district greener, and where you have, put the priority. That's what we used to do. And then I told you we moved to different scales, and so we developed a tool named a website named Nos Villes Vertes, and now you can, for France, you can put the name of a city and you can get many information, many insight of any city in France based on this kind of satellite information. And this is a real showcase for our company, because with this kind of insight, any cities can find out that the satellite images provide some interesting information, and then they contact us to have further information and to have some more specific studies about their own cities. So this is available, is for free, and it's very provide a lot of leads, commercial leads to our for our business. And we're doing at the moment the same at a global scale. It will be released probably during the summer. It's a project named Clover, where we monitor many cities in the world based on satellite images with Pléiade sensors. This has been made with the collaboration of the French Space Agency. And as I said at the beginning, you can compare many cities with the same kind of index, with the same kind of data. So these data are comparable, and you can have some homogeneous results. So you can select the city. We have kind of 25 cities in the world. You got this information about vegetation, trees, and also grass. And we compute also some index. What we find out is our client have not a lot of availability to manage satellite images. So we find out that what they want is kind of a dashboard. So we have to process satellite images and to deliver the result, not just as a simple database, but also as a dashboard that they can access through an API or through a website. And this makes a big difference about how to use satellite data. And here, so you have many indexes. And well, so I'm sorry, I'm a bit disturbed about this the connection who have been stopped. So I just can finish to present our company with 3 years old. Today we are 15 people with many skills like in R&D and image processing, in web development. And yes, so feel free to contact us if you are interested to have more details in what I just present to you. Thank you very much.